What's up? Black men should fight for and think highly of their race. Now, before I get into the video, I do have a school community that I made for us men, for us black men to come together, share our experiences, and just really help each other elevate. If you want to join that, the link for that will be in the comments of this video, the description of this video, and click on my channel in the bio section. You'll see the link for it right there. So click on that, check that out. Back to the video. Now, what does it mean to really fight for your race? In my opinion, this truly comes down to us coming together and being with each other, because you can't successfully defeat an enemy when you're scattered and when you can't come together, when you don't like each other. I think that we really have a poor self-image when we can't come together either. When you can't come together with somebody, you really don't like them. And there's so many other ways that the enemy tries to attack us and causes us to not like our own race and not like the race we're a part of and hate ourselves. Now, when you really start to break down, we need to fight for our race. I truly think that this means that you have to come together and fight. That is the first step in fighting the enemy, the system, whatever the case may be. When we're together, we're strong. We can't really fight against something when we're not together. So I think that there's so many times that we want to do something, but we see everybody scattered. Nobody agree on anything. Nobody have a common goal. And this is why it's important to find like-minded black men. And that's my pursuit and that's my goal, not only online but in real life. The people in my town, and that is something that goes through my mind a lot when I think of us fighting the system, the government, the people who are racist and the people who really look down on us and think we're inferior. I think that we can't really do anything when they have planted a seed and an agenda for us to think of ourselves a certain way. Because when you look at the movies, when you look at the TV shows, a lot of the times it's supposed to give you a certain perception of how black people are, of how black men are. And I think that a lot of us, we become what they tell us we are. Oh, black people like this. Black men, they only do this, and black men, they only do that. Like they put us in a category where we're not really useful to society, and we're just funny, and we're useless, but we may be popular. It may be a trend that, okay, our culture may be popular for whatever reason, the music, XYZ, things that really aren't gonna help us move forward as a race. And I'm not only looking out just for the race of black people, but for anybody that's a good person as well. And I think that that's one thing you have to remember. If we want to have black men come up and rise, there needs to be a priority on black people, but you have to understand that there's people who can fight for you and they might not be exactly the same. So as far as your race. So I'm really trying to just break down, don't be superficial. Make sure everything is about mentality, because the enemy could be another black man. An enemy could be another black person. So it could be many different things. And there's many different ideologies that a black person can have that is destructive to black people and black men specifically. So we have to understand who the real enemy is and understand that it really could be anybody. And we're only going to identify who's for us through their mentality. And it's even better if they're a black person who recognizes that. A lot of other races don't have an incentive to care about black people, you know. So it's important that that the black people who are like-minded, who are trying to change the world, who are trying to do good, who are trying to take action and really start a movement and really make something happen, it's important for them to come together. And there's so many people who are in a impoverished way of thinking in the black community, a lot of black men, that we only care about pleasure, we only care about ourselves, and we're jealous. And so you can't really fight for it and stand up for something when you really only care about yourself, and you can't stand when you see another person of your own race who may be doing better than you, and you look down on anybody who isn't doing as good as you. So there's a lot of mentality changes, and people who really aren't worth saving a lot of the times, because there's some people who don't want to even help themselves. And we have to understand that. We really have to understand that. And it's going to take the strongest men, it's going to take the strongest black men, the most competent black men, the black men who really want to change the world and do something about it. Those are going to be our leaders in society. Those are going to be the people who are going to really make a change for black people long term. Because the guy who only care about being a thug and a criminal and killing and shooting people, a lot of the times he's gonna only hurt us, right? And I believe there's gonna be a time where that's gonna have to be dealt with, because I think nowadays it's cool in our culture to be super promiscuous. The black man for the black man to be super promiscuous, a criminal. He think he's gonna get respect by hurting people or killing somebody. You know, that's gonna have to be dealt with, because that's hurting the community. That's hurting us going up. That's hurting us coming together and going up. So that's one thing we have to understand. And this is why I don't care if somebody may call me corny, or somebody might say, oh, I'm lame. Like, what I'm trying to do is genuinely trying to help myself, but also help other black men, not just on a community level, but everybody on the individual level. And I think a true leader, a true person who really cares, he cares about you as an individual. He doesn't just care about the people as a group. He cares about every person, making sure that they're being the best version and the strongest version of themselves. So many people, so many black men in the community, they jealous, bro. They're jealous. They can't be around you if they have more. If you have more than them, they look down on the people who don't have as much as them. They're caught in a rat race, and when you're caught in that rat race, you're only looking out for yourself, and you're only trying to help yourself. When in reality, if you really want to make a change, we have to help each other. We can't be so caught up on ourselves. And if we have a goal in mind to make more money, to do these things, you know, that it needs to be in a mentality that you can't just enrich yourself by being selfish. You enrich yourself by helping other people be rich, by helping other people become a good person, eat healthier, make more money, be educated on certain things. You become strong a lot of the times when you can help other people be strong. And I think that this is a mentality that we need more in the black community, because we're so scattered. A lot of us don't care about stuff. A lot of us think this way and a lot of us think that way. And that's just something that's going to have to really be dealt with. That's pretty much all I got to say. Peace out.